attending this Zoom proceedings, please do remember that you have the right to remain silent about the facts of your case. Anything you say, your comments can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney, and we do have counsel from the Public Defender's Office.
Good morning, Judge.
Hello, good morning. Who's willing to confer with you to see if you qualify for their services. So this is a status conference calendar. So let's see what's going on with the particular cases. Position 1, Danny Francisco. Are we still waiting for people to come in? All right, let's just wait until everybody comes in. Okay, good. You know, Mr. Haddad, which cases do you have on the calendar?
Yeah, I believe all these cases on the calendar, I believe, I could be wrong, none of them appeared in the past. None of them are ours, but I'm just here just in case somebody shows up. But I don't believe anybody has been here before.
Okay.
But I could be wrong, Judge.
And Miss Helen, any of the cases relevant to you right now? Have you been representing anyone?
No, Your Honor, just in case if anyone shows up here on the Zoom link.
Okay. And are there any private attorneys on this Zoom conference? Private counsel? Okay, let's see who's here then. Danny Michael Francisco. Can somebody advise me as to?
Your Honor, it's my understanding, as defense counsel has stated, I'm sorry, Erica Marshall Story, good morning.
Good morning.
That these COV cases, this is their first time on the calendar. When looking to see whether notice had been served, I did see some where the return notice had been sent. So I'm assuming, and the clerk's office can correct me if I'm not correct on that, that notice has been sent out, and that no return to sender notices have been sent back on the ones that don't have that indicated.
All right. It's just that my Odyssey is not behaving this morning, so let's see.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a huge rainstorm.
Oh, you've already got the brunt of it. We're just getting the sprinkling right now. So.
And Your Honor,
Yeah.
I looked at those cases, and pretty much I think every single one of them had court February 11th and March 11th. But there's no indication. I'm assuming, I was not present for either calendars, but I'm assuming nobody showed up on those court dates.
That's pretty much it. They were scheduled for this particular one. Francisco was scheduled for February 11th, then March 11th. And now we're on May 6th, and he is charged with battery from September 8th, 2020. Danny Francisco, are you present? I do not have a return sender from this particular notice. So Ms. Marshall Story, I guess I have to ask you, what would you like to do? This has already been subject to 2 resets.
Your Honor, because again, it's a COV case, the only information I have is on the ticket, so the state will request a dead docket at this time.
All right. Position 1 will be placed on the dead docket subject to a null pros if no activity occurs within the next 12 months. Okay. Tommy Lee Clark, position 2.
Your Honor, I've
ahead.
submitted a null process on that case. The court
All
should
right,
have it.
saw that. Thank you. Position 3, Coleman Reed. Coleman Reed, anyone here by the name of Coleman Reed? Okay, let's go on and see what's going on. Case was set on February 11th of this year, further notice to March 11th, and now further notice to May 6th. We've not had any return to sender. He's charged with theft by conversion. What would the state like to do?
For the aforementioned reasons, Your Honor, the state is requesting a dead docket. We only have the ticket in this case.
All right. LaShaw Smith. Accused of false report of a crime, driving while license suspended, revoked, failure to report striking a fixed object, and failure to maintain lane. LaShawn or LaShaw Smith. No one's responding. Y'all filed an amended accusation on February 10th, the state did. Again, same, February
Yes,
11th, March 11th, May 6th. What would the state like to do?
the state is requesting a dead docket, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 5, Travell Oliver. Travell Oliver is been null prossed by the state, so we're not going to pursue prosecution in this matter. James Labuti. James Labuti. James Labuti. All right. With regards to James Labuti, is accused, cited for disorderly conduct. I hope I'm saying that name right, though. All right. No return notice was cited. An amended accusation was filed on February 10th, scheduled on February 11th, then March 11th, and now May 6th. What would the state like to do?
Your Honor, this case does involve the defendant firing a handgun into a patio floor. For that reason, the state is going to request a bench warrant if the litigation managers are completely unable to get enough information. Then if you would allow the state some additional time to request the defendant's license from the Department of Driver Services, that should give us or give the court enough information to file a bench warrant.
All right, we'll do a final reset. Otherwise, we're looking at a dead docket on this case. What's the next available date? June 10th at 9 a.m. And this is a final reset or dead docket. All right. Stephen Brown, middle name Lewis. Stephen Lewis Brown, excuse me. Okay, we have a return to sender on April 27th with regards to Mr. Brown. His case was set for February 11th and then March 11th. Accusation was filed on February 10th. And what would the state like to do?
The state's requesting a dead docket.
Brashawn Holt, position 8 has been null pros, so that matters, a prosecution is closed in that case. Position 9, Stephen Sirleaf. Stephen Sirleaf. Stephen Sirleaf.
The state is requesting a dead docket.
Brashay Baldwin. Brashay Baldwin. What would the state like to do?
Dead docket, Your Honor.
Charlotte Hall. Charlotte Hall.
Your Honor, again, this case involves the defendant pulling out and cocking a loaded firearm inside of a crowded restaurant. For that reason, because of the seriousness of these charges, if the court would allow one final reset date, then the state will request the defendant's driver's license from the Department of Driver Services in order to provide the demographic information that the court may need to file a proper bench warrant.
All right, reset to June 10th at 9 a.m. on the final reset on status calendar or a consideration for a dead docket. Marquavius Martin. Marquavius Martin.
Your Honor, the same for this case. It does involve a drug raid where the defendant was in possession of a firearm. We'd ask for that June 10th date in order to obtain additional information for the proper filing of a bench warrant.
Final reset on June 10th at 9 a.m. Otherwise, we put in the dead docket. And Christopher Dobbins, Christopher John Dobbins.
Your Honor, the calendar shows that he's got
Private counsel.
Miles Cohen.
Is Miles Cohen present? Let's see if Mr. Miles has decided something else. He filed an entry of appearance on February 14th. He filed.
Your Honor, I think
He's logging in.
I think he's logging in, Judge.
Mr. Cohen, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm juggling hearings. I just finished a long trial late yesterday in
No
Henry County.
problem. So you represent Christopher Dobbins. You filed a waiver of arraignment
I
as
do,
well.
I do, Judge. I have the state's offer. I had it sometime. I think the state just updated the original offer, if I'm not mistaken. However, I cannot find Mr. Dobbins unless he's on the call today, miraculously. And I'm looking. I can't find my client. So he didn't appear last time. He doesn't appear now. None of the phone numbers I have for him work.
How did he reach you?
Well, to begin with, he contacted me by phone. I don't think I ever met him in person. I spoke to him several times. This is a case, I believe, that was bound over from the city of Atlanta. And I had some communication with him early, but I have not been able to locate him since the last hearing or before the last hearing.
Well, I've got a Charlotte, North Carolina address. So, and we appear to have a North Carolina driver's license number. And that was the last information.
Judge, that's what I have. Yes, Your Honor. That's what I have also.
The North Carolina address apparently is not good because we had a return to sender back on February 8th.
That was what I was going to ask the court if it came
Okay.
back.
I'm going to reset this case to June 10th. This is a final reset. Otherwise, I issue a bench warrant for him. So, and it'll be a final reset for a plea on June 10th. All right. Well, hopefully he'll respond to a possible bench warrant.
Thank you, Judge Law. It's good to see you this morning. I'm sorry that I zoomed in late here.
Not a problem. You have a great weekend. Thank you.
You too.
Bettina Stone. All right. This was loitering and prowling. Any movement on this case, Ms. Marshall Story, or?
Go
Good
ahead.
morning, Your Honor. That would be me, Sarita.
Oh, Ms. Gathea. Oh, yes, ma'am. What's your announcement?
We would just do a dead docket on that one, Your Honor.
All right. Bobby Thomas, loitering and prowling and obstruction. Bobby Thomas. Ms. Gathea, any
We-
announcement?
A dead docket on that one as well.
Okay. All right, something different on Vivian Middleton. We have apparently Miss Middleton. Yep, she's still at the Fulton County Jail. So I can reset this case to an SAP matter. That would be, how soon can we get it on the SAP? Can we get it on the next week's SAP calendar? Right.
Yeah, I can forward information for that.
Okay, we can put it on the SAP calendar for next May 12th. If she's still at the jail, we'll address it at that time.
Your Honor, it looks, for what it's worth, looks like she's in custody for trafficking.
Right,
So I don't think she's probably not going to go anywhere.
correct, but maybe we can resolve this case on the SAP calendar and get her talking to the public defender's office, since we know exactly where she is. Position 17, Uriah Lewis. Ms. Cathea, what's your announcement?
That we would be dead docketing, Your Honor.
All right. Rico Brown is also apparently been booked in on April 8th and may not possibly, oh, he's still at the Fulton County Jail. Let's see, what's the bond situation there? He's got $1,000 good bond on a new arrest for criminal trespass. I don't have it. So we'll reset this to May 12th as well, unless he's seen earlier. Let's see. So quite a few. One second. Well, I think he might be in custody not only on criminal trespass, but possibly a bench warrant. So we'll reset this to a SAP on May 12th. And Brandy, if you look at Rico Brown, he's got about 4 cases.
Okay.
And let's see if we can put all 4 on the SAP calendar.
Okay.
All right. Tyler Scott, position 19. Ms. Gathea,
The state will be issuing a null pros on that one.
all right. Jelaine Boone. Carrying concealed weapon. What would the state like to do?
The state will request a bench warrant.
Right, we've got prior notice on February 11th, and then on March 11th, no return to sender. I'll issue a bench warrant. Rashad Smith. What would the state like?
The state requests a dead docket.
All right. Debonette Alexis Cannon.
The state would request a dead docket.
All right. Position 23 is null pros. Okay, Arnulfo Robert Manning. I have a Robert Manning on the screen. Mr.
Morning,
Manning?
Judge.
Yes, and represented by Miss Kim. Well, welcome, Miss Kim. It's been a few Sundays since I've seen you.
How you doing, Judge?
How are you doing?
Good, Judge. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Arnulfo Robert Manning has a case in which he was accused of disorderly conduct under the influence and irregular disorderly conduct. He's represented by Miss Kim and Mr. Manning. Again, I'll repeat, please do not make any comments about your case. Your statements can and will be used against you. Miss Kim, have you had a chance to confer with, I think it's Miss Gathea who's got the case with regards to this case, with regards to any possible resolutions?
Yes, Judge. She offered 20 hours community service or an alcohol drug evaluation treatment if necessary. He has completed the alcohol drug evaluation. I'm just waiting for the facility to send it over to me so I can forward it on to Ms.
Okay.
Gaviria.
Did we take a plea already on this case? Or
Judge,
is this
it'll
a
be for a
pretrial
non-pros.
diversion?
Pretrial diversion.
Okay, Ms. Gathea, what's the status right now?
When I spoke with Attorney Kim, we had discussed the community service or the alcohol and drug evaluation, then we would dismiss the case. So I would need to see the paperwork.
Okay, I'm going to reset this to June 10th for a status. And if Ms. Gathea, if you are satisfied that he's complied with everything by June 10th,
Mhm.
you can go ahead and issue the null pros before June 10th. And Ms. Kim and Mr. Manning will not have to appear.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Manning. Best of luck. And as soon as you get it done, the sooner the case will be taken off my calendar. And if everything is done by June 10th, you need not come back for the next court appearance. All right? Thank you. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Kim.
you, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, so reset to June 10th for status on compliance. Okay. All right, that concludes our 9 o'clock calendar. Do we have another one? I don't think so. So that concludes the Zoom conference. Thank you, folks. Have a great
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.